EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
Lawrence will throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And the Rams hit 10-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, Echo.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Look at me. Go. Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kareem Hunt, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
Throwing is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, check 26.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Bengals nothing.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
88, inside.
Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it.
On the set.
This time, not the case.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So the Rams call on Johnny Hekker here to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. John Johnson with the INT. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Over.
Mixing up the middle. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go now. Hey, you. Hey, box drop. Hey, Wahoo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, exit. Yep.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Mixon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Inside.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Come on, set.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's carried it 16 times. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers with a keeper. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, Rodgers. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie. Five. Ready?
Lawrence from his end zone. And boy, another up incomplete.
Ready, set.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Hey, 626.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
26. Over.
Now Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Let's go.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
630.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Hey, 626!
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
Lawrence's pass.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Get 300! Get 300!
From the gun to give to Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Jump out! Hey, 88!
Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Bengals 29. Rams 24.
That's what it is.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On 1st down, Lawrence. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Opposite. Hit it.
They'll run left with Pollard. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see?
Here we go.
Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me. Zipper.
Now Lawrence. The Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record. Ever in an NFL game, 8.
The eight.
Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 154 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Hey, check 26. Yeah, this.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 19. A handoff to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Oh, let's turn it up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock.
And now off to the races down the right side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
On the set. Hey, 3.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree